Rock and roll history is filled with wild stories, but this one is straight out of a nightmare. A private jet crashes, leaving one person dead, but Motley Crue's frontman, Vince Neil, was supposed to be on board. What really happened? How did he avoid the tragedy? And who was the unfortunate victim? Today we break down the shocking details of this fatal crash, the eerie twist of fate, and how it all connects to one of rock's most infamous frontmen. Stay tuned. Before we dive into this shocking story, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications because you won't want to miss more wild and unbelievable rock and roll moments like this. On February 10th, a tragic aviation accident occurred at Scottsdale Airport involving a jet owned by Motley Crue's lead singer, Vince Neil. According to a statement from Warwick Robinson Law released to local outlet Cold News, the aircraft collided with a parked plane while attempting to land at approximately 2:39 p.m. Fortunately for Neil, he was not on board at the time of the crash. However, the pilot of the jet did not survive. The devastating news was confirmed by Motley Crue in an official statement on X, formerly Twitter. Along with the loss of the pilot, the crash also resulted in injuries to the co-pilot and 2 passengers. The passengers, identified as Vince Neil's girlfriend and her friend, were hospitalized, though their injuries were classified as non-life-threatening. First responders arrived at the scene quickly, but the severity of the crash had already claimed one life. Scottsdale Fire Captain Dave Folio confirmed to NBC News that one individual was pronounced dead upon arrival, while 4 others suffered injuries, 2 of whom were in critical condition. The emergency response team acted swiftly to provide aid, transporting the injured to nearby medical centers for immediate treatment. Neil's legal representative explained that his Learjet Model 35A veered off the runway, ultimately colliding with another aircraft. The exact cause of this deviation remains unknown. More specific details regarding the collision are not available as this is a rapidly evolving situation and there is an ongoing investigation, the statement added. Mr. Neil's thoughts and prayers go out to everyone involved, and he is grateful for the critical aid of all first responders assisting today. In a press conference following the incident, Scottsdale Airport spokesperson Kelly Quester provided additional details. According to Quester, preliminary reports indicate that the jet experienced a landing gear failure when it touched down in Arizona after departing from Austin, Texas. This malfunction is believed to have led to the collision. Quester also confirmed that the parked jet it struck was on private property within the airport premises. Investigators will continue to examine the specifics of what caused the crash, including whether mechanical failure or human error played a role in the disaster. The tragic accident occurred just weeks before Motley Crue was set to begin their highly anticipated Las Vegas residency at Dolby Live at Park MGM in March. The band, currently composed of Vince Neil, bassist Nikki Sixx, drummer Tommy Lee, and guitarist John Five, has since expressed their condolences and support for those affected by the crash. Our hearts go out to the families of both the pilot who lost his life and the passengers who suffered injuries, the band wrote in their statement. They also assured fans that they will announce a way to help support the family of the deceased pilot in the near future, recognizing the immense loss and hardship this accident has brought upon the victims' loved ones. This aviation disaster adds to a growing list of recent plane crashes that have resulted in tragic fatalities. In Washington, D.C., a catastrophic accident involving an American Airlines jet and a Black Hawk helicopter resulted in the loss of 67 lives. Meanwhile, in Alaska, a separate tragedy unfolded when a small aircraft carrying 10 passengers went missing. Authorities fear the worst, as all individuals on board are presumed dead. Air travel remains one of the safest modes of transportation, but when disasters do occur, they often have devastating consequences. The National Transportation Safety Board, NTSB, has launched a formal investigation into the Scottsdale Airport crash, aiming to determine the factors that led to the fatal incident. The Federal Aviation Administration, FAA, is also expected to be involved in assessing whether regulatory or maintenance issues played a role in the accident. For Vince Neil, this is not the first time tragedy has struck close to home. Over the years, the rock star has faced multiple personal losses, including the 1984 car crash that claimed the life of his friend and Hanoi Rocks drummer, Nicholas Razzle Dingley. That accident, which resulted in Neil serving jail time for vehicular manslaughter, remains one of the most infamous incidents in rock and roll history. The recent plane crash, though vastly different in circumstances, serves as yet another reminder of how unpredictable and fragile life can be. As investigations continue, fans and fellow musicians alike have expressed their support and well wishes for those affected by this heartbreaking event. The music community has long stood by its own in times of crisis, and this case is no different. For now, the focus remains on the victims, the pilot who tragically lost his life, the injured passengers, and their families. With the investigation ongoing, more details are expected to emerge in the coming days regarding the exact cause of the crash and what measures could be taken to prevent similar incidents in the future. As Vince Neil prepares for Motley Crue's upcoming Las Vegas performances, the incident casts a shadow over what was meant to be an exciting return to the stage. The band's commitment to supporting the pilot's family, however, demonstrates a sense of responsibility and solidarity during this difficult time. Aviation safety officials and investigators will undoubtedly scrutinize every detail of this crash, from mechanical assessments to flight control records in search of answers. Whether it was a technical failure or unforeseen environmental factors, the hope is that the findings will bring clarity and justice to those affected by this loss. For now, the rock world mourns alongside the family of the deceased pilot, while also wishing a full recovery to the injured passengers and crew. As the story continues to develop, many are left reflecting on the unpredictable nature of life and the sheer luck that kept Vince Neil off that flight. Thank you for watching. If you found this video informative, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on breaking news and the world of rock and roll. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We would love to hear from you. Until next time, stay safe and take care.